Hey everyone, Josh here. I'm back. Another log entry about Star Trek Strange New Worlds, episode 2. So this episode we get Hemmer, who's the new engineer on board, who's blind. And in real life, the actor who's playing him is as well. So very unique. I like how, and I don't know if I'm wondering, I haven't done research obviously, but I wonder if they had planned for this character to be blind, or the actor just came, to the audition and happened to be blind, and they thought, well, hey, that might be a good idea to incorporate into the character of him being blind. And so, yeah, we get that cool dinner scene, which I would love to be a part of. That'd be awesome to get an invite from Captain Pike. Good rapport there. Man, I gotta say, I didn't say it on last observation I did. Pike's quarters are huge. They're like, I don't know, they're like 10-4 big, honestly, from TNG, not the bar from Picard. Why did we have to bring up Picard? Oh yeah, I did. I'm sorry. Yeah. Awesome quarters, nonetheless. And yeah, canonically not, like I said before, I like this new show, but it doesn't fit into canon. I don't care what they do. I know they kind of retconned Uhura not being able to speak Klingon from Star Trek 6, which a lot of people have picked apart over the years. And yeah, it does make sense. Like, why wouldn't she know how to speak Klingon? So I guess they kind of retconned a reason for that. Again, other smarter minds have pointed it out. All these characters seem to come from tragedy, which the original series I don't think was the case for most of them. So, Uhura's parents were killed in a shuttle accident, I believe. It's just like, why do we have to go there with all these characters? Why is there always devastation? It's okay to grow up and not have that much happen in your life. I mean, what brought us to the table of Star Trek really is the characters and where they're at currently. She's on the Enterprise. I don't think we really need to know about her parents. I don't know. I just don't think it brings anything to the table, and why even go there? Like, let's have some of these characters have a happy upbringing. There's just so much death and destruction, and it seems like Starfleet recruits people who are broken, which is not a bad thing, but it's like, come on, there's cadets that are actually, hey, I want to be here. I had a great life, and oh, this is amazing. I want to serve. Something like that. Well, that's the other thing that bothered me. She was like, well, I'm not sure if I'm Starfleet. And to me, like, if you're on the Enterprise or any ship, you're Starfleet. You are Starfleet. If you weren't or didn't feel like you were, then why did you go through the academy and graduate? Surely they would have had people, counsel them and see where each cadet were at to see, if this was right for them or not. So I kind of thought that was a little silly. Overall, though, I will say I did like the episode. I do want to see it again, and I still have to see the first episode again as well. The rewatchability factor is really much stronger with these episodic episodes. And just, of course, the beauty of the show. I mean, it really brings in color, and it looks well produced and put together and flashy in the right ways. Yeah. So I do like that. I still have an issue. I don't think I brought it up before. The Enterprise. Like, yeah, I get it. It's not the Enterprise we knew, even though they say it is, or whatever the hell. It looks like it's just rustic, like metal. I mean, it's not rusted, but it's not very polished compared to the original series. And it's okay. I get it. That's their look. That's fine. I don't hate it. But man, when we used to get those like TNG, DS9, Voyager, especially if you put those in 4K now, which we got a taste of in What We Left Behind, the documentary, they were able to enhance footage, and my gosh, that looks just breathtakingly beautiful. And my whole thing is like, why can't we do it like that with modern appeal or modern technology, special effects, all that stuff? So just a few nitpicks. But yeah, the show's gorgeous. I like the cast. Them meeting the alien was the asteroid. I thought that was really cool. I was afraid they were going to try to do what the Orville did. I think they had a comment episode where they could only save so many people and they had to let the planet die, the people on the planet die. It's been a while. I'm sorry if I'm not remembering it correctly. But there was a comment episode. And perhaps people lived on that comment too. I don't know. I was just for a second remembering there wasn't, and I wanted to give this show credit for like going somewhere else with it, So yeah, it's like a godlike creature or weapon. Yeah, I do like the shepherds, I believe they called them. I like the look. I guess that was CG with some puppeteering involved. Very cool. It's a pretty good marriage. I mean, yeah, the facial expressions you could tell a little bit, but it kind of gave off a neat 60s look to it, like, with, and forgive me, I don't know what the creature was, but it's a classic still from the TOS, of the alien. And it was clearly a puppet. So I don't know, it kind of had a nice little, Easter egg there, look-wise. But I dug it. And actually, towards the end, I started trying to guess where this was going. And I actually thought the shepherds were fake. It was like a Wizard of Oz thing. Maybe that's what would explain why they look kind of fake. And, I didn't picture them ever walking onto the Enterprise or Pike and crew meeting them. So I don't know if we'll get that down the road, how that'll be done. I'm not sure. Obviously, they can get away with so much because they're just on the view screen. One of my biggest complaints, and like I said, I don't have too many for this episode, and I haven't watched it again or anything like that. I thought the alien thing was pretty unique. I liked how I don't know if this actress playing her can really sing, but man, if she can, that's very very talented. And it really had a good homage to Nichelle Nichols, because she would sing on the original series and Star Trek V, if you want to bring that up. Hey, I'm really hoping they'll give it the motion picture treatment someday, but I don't know if that'll happen. It'd be cool. But I do like how they did that. I thought that was a nice nod. Maybe a little stretch for how they figured it out, but I'll let it be. They always figured it out before quickly, so can't really complain about it too much. But yeah, Samuel Kirk. So I was super excited when they introduced him. I thought that was such a clever twist. That's just me. I know other people out there are like, it wasn't that clever or whatever. I liked it. I was like really happy that we were going to get to know this other Kirk before James. And there was a dialogue between him. Well, okay, yeah, I got a few nitpicks. Yeah, sorry. Pike pointing out the mustache. I thought that was stupid. I was like, we don't need to go there. Just let him have the mustache. People have mustaches. I don't give a shit. And by the way, I do like the comparisons people are doing with Sam Rockwell's character from Galaxy Quest. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Shout out to Major Grin, I think it is. But anyway, yeah, there's a scene, after Pike's like, nice mustache, which I'm like, okay, whatever. It's dumb. But he asks him about the alien, the asteroid thing. something about how, can such and such exist or whatever. And Samuel Kirk gives like the shortest answer. And to me, it's kind of like I don't know. And Pike's like, all right, let's go aboard. I was like, really? It's not really showing much intelligence from Samuel Kirk. He's supposed to be a smart guy, so it's like I was hoping they'd utilize him a little bit better than that. And then when they get down to get into the asteroid thing, like an idiot, which a lot of people do. I know Prometheus, there was a lot of complaints about how stupid people were in that. Samuel Kirk, he did something. I guess the one thing he did good was with her, and he was trying to explain to her, like you're here for a reason, you're here to help, you matter, something like that. But then, like an idiot, he walks on the mound of where this thing is. It lights up, and he's just like deer in the headlights, like, ho, 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 Yahtzee. I thought that was really stupid. And then he goes to touch the damn thing like a moron. And he's just totally like Steve Buscemi-like in Armageddon. He's got space dementia. I just was like, this is terrible. And then, of course, he gets blown back, knocked out, or killed, actually. And for a second, I was like, better not be how he dies. Because that definitely is not going to be canon if he dies that way. But he did die. Freaking died. Yeah. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And then they couldn't beam him back. And then Hemmer was able to get him back, which was fine. I like Hemmer. There's this clip coming up in the next episode where I think they ask him how he did something. He says, I'm a genius. I'm like, no. I don't like that dialogue. A lot of people complain about the dialogue in New Trek. It's very similar to our dialogue. It's not so poignant and matter of fact, I guess you could say. There's no majesty to it. It's just kind of like, cool. It's like, they wouldn't talk that way, but whatever. So yeah, anyway, I didn't like Samuel Kirk being stupid and what happened there with him. So yeah, I do like what number one said to Pike about just because that's your future doesn't mean you can't change it. Future isn't set or something like that, which I swear that line's used over and over again in a lot of shows. I think Terminator 2 started it, I believe. So it sounds very familiar and borrowed, but whatever. Very interesting. So if Pike does change things, then yeah, that's going to be quite something. That'll definitely be a new timeline. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. But I like at the end, like he's memorized the people he's going to help save. I don't know how he did that. Because, yeah, when he looks up their names at the end of the show, they're all kids still. So one, how the hell did he know what they're going to look like as kids? Or how did he track them down to begin with? Did he de-age the adults he had in his mind, his visions? And then he's like, yeah, those are the kids. Those are the names. Did he do that? And it looks like he did. So, yeah, I guess that's how he did it. But I thought it was kind of cool. Like at the end of the episode, he knew like, okay, I got like another 10 years. And maybe he said it already. I missed it. I'm sorry. But yeah. So yeah, overall, pretty good episode, I think. Definitely want to see it again. Steve's loving it. I'm loving it. I have issues with it, but it's just what it is. No, I don't hate it. So I think Kurtzman and company get a win for this so far. We'll see if they keep it going. Canonical though, it's not the same. I'm just gonna always have my foot on the ground for that one. I just no, but I can enjoy it outside of that. To me, it's just another universe. That's just how I accept it. So I don't care what they say. Now, Picard, on the other hand, well, never mind. So, but with that said, we got a new episode of Mission Report coming out very soon. We talked about the Picard finale and some Strange New Worlds. First impressions, some spoilers. So tune in for that. And yeah, please like, share, comment if you'd like. I love it. Subscribe, and come back and see us next time on Star Trek Mission Report. Live long and prosper.